is going to be sung by Mr. James Ray, assisted by the Booneville Show Choir. Mr. James Ray is in the 2nd grade at Booneville Elementary School. They will sing 2 verses of the national anthem, so please remain standing during those 2 verses.
It's time for Bearcat football with your announcers Larry Dean Mitchell and the swift one, Buddy Swift. This broadcast of Bearcat football is sponsored by A1 Superstop, Big World Pharmacy, Booneville Community Hospital, Booneville Family Clinic, Century 21 Fitzgerald Olson Real Estate, Community National Bank, Connie's Gifts, First Western Bank, Jim and Jason's Barbershop, Mazzio's Pizza, Regions Bank, Skinner Hardware and Appliance, Smee's Drugstore, Tyler Ford, Winchell's Electronics, and the Booneville Development Corporation. Please shop these sponsors of Bearcat football.
Actually, the non-conference season, Bearcats rambled through that 3-0, trying to go 7-0 during the conference season. That would be 10-0 overall, and season number 3 starts next Friday night. Right here, we know who's going to be here already, the Osceola Seminoles.
Osceola, and I tell you what,
who have coaches here, by the way, watching this game because they played last night.
They played last night. They played on Thursday. And how convenient that is to be able to play on Thursday so you can show up on Friday to watch the ball game. Osceola is going to be a very tough draw for Booneville. Out of 3 AAA, the 3 AAA conference is a very, very tough conference, Larry. As a matter of fact, the non-conference foes of Osceola were 5A schools, in which they won 2 out of the 3 5A schools they scheduled. They have wins against West Memphis, also Forest City.
The other 5A school they lost to? Blytheville. The Chickasaws. However, playoffs are next Friday night, and tonight we have a much improved Paris Eagle football team here. So the only thing standing between a 10-0 unbeaten regular season for the Bearcats is the Paris Eagles. We're ready to go. Number 2 is all set to kick it off for the Eagles. That's Marcus Brown. He's a sophomore, teeing it up at the 40. Field in not too good of shape tonight, buddy. We see blotches where dirt has begun to peep through the green grass out there.
Well, there's been a lot of water the last week. Speaking of water, last week in Farmington, you're suffering a little bit of ill effects from the water yourself.
Well, it's that waterproof shirt that Stacy gave me to start. The only thing it proved was that it could hold water.
And there's the kick.
There's the kick. Driven back to the 30. Bearcats receive it there, back to the 40-yard line. That'll be about it. Levi Luder on the return gets it to the 40. 1st and 10. Bearcats from their own 40-yard line.
Larry, that was just a little pooch kick to the Bearcat sideline. Didn't want to kick it deep. Didn't want Booneville to have an opportunity to set up and run that crisscross play. And so they took their chances, Paris did, kicked it real shallow, and eliminated that chance of a return. Booneville now sets up shop, 1st and 10, at the 41-yard line of Booneville. Great field position to start this football game.
Bearcats send number 23, Jake Bulgard, wide left. Wing T formation. Derek Davis hands it off. Well, he keeps it. Fake to the fullback, gets out to the 44, the quarterback, Derek Davis. That'll be a pickup of near 4, buddy, and would bring up a 2nd and 6 for the Bearcats.
Well, Larry, it's already apparent of how treacherous the footing is going to be on this football field tonight, as that was a midline veer option attack that time that Davis ran, and just as soon as he made his cut into the seam, he lost his footing on that turf and went to the ground after a 3-yard gain.
Andrew Springer, wide out to the right. Derek Davis under center, out of the wing tee.
Daniel Shaw.
Give it to Daniel Shaw into the secondary, across midfield to about the 48-yard line of the Paris Eagles. 1st and 10. Bearcats, the first down of the night for them, buddy.
You know, when the football field conditions get bad, power football always is to your advantage. And fortunately, Booneville is very blessed in having the fact of a Daniel Shaw in the backfield who's just raw power anyway. And like you said, he does cross midfield and up for a 1st down on just a power give to the fullback. 1st and 10, Booneville.
In the tradition of the fast and powerful Booneville Bearcat football fullback slots. Daniel Shaw, no exception. In motion, McDonald. He's going to get the pitch at the 50, the 45, the 40. Cuts back outside to the 34-yard line. 1st and 10, Bearcats from the Paris 34. Let's see, number 19, I believe, was in on the stop for the Eagles. That was Tyler Garrett, a senior. Actually, 3 or 4 white jerseys in on the stop for the Eagles. About 10:53 left in the quarter, no score.
About a 14-yard gain. That was a lead option, Larry. Quarterback just takes the snap, comes down the line of scrimmage, and his left wing back, who was in motion, McDonald, is the pitch man on the corner. When the defense commits, pitches to him. Good play, 1st down.
Derek Davis, the snap, gives it to Shaw again at the 30. Spinning down to the 25-yard line, or very near it. That'll be a pickup, buddy, of about another 7 for Daniel Shaw, the big fullback.
Just an isolation play that time, a lead block out in front by the halfback, and just a rotation handoff to the fullback, and into the hole he goes. Good, strong run. And what else do you always get from Daniel Shaw? Always good, strong runs. He just loves to carry it and loves to hit people.
Well, he's going to get near 8, buddy. Actually, a little more than 8. It's going to be 2nd and less than 2 yards for the Bearcats, who come to the line of scrimmage in a tight formation now. Derek Davis at quarterback. The snap. Let's see, I believe Derek kept it. He put it into the gut of Daniel Shaw, but pulled it back out. And Davis has the 1st down, buddy, inside the 25, down to about the 21-yard line.
Larry, that's going to be a midline veer where the fullback comes right over the middle, right over that middle hole where the center is, and the quarterback sticks the ball right into the belly and pulls it off of his hip and goes in right off of his hip and gets what he can get in that seam. And this time it was enough for a first down. Looks like they've got the ball spotted just outside the 20-yard line, 1st and 10.
We have a timeout, equipment timeout. The Bearcats, who is it, Jason, did you see? Something wrong with the helmet?
It's going to be Tobler Turner.
Tobler Turner.
Yes, I do remember that. I do remember that. Tobler Turner's got an equipment problem. His helmet won't snap up or something. Now it looks like they've got it going.
Who was the Green Bay Packers player back in the late 50s who used to take his helmet off on some runs? Was that Elijah Pitts?
That was before my time.
All right, forget about it. Forget I ever mentioned it.
Tobler
Turner. He's going to be nailed. That's a great tackle. Number 49, I believe, for the Eagles. And
that's K.W. Snell.
K.W. Snell, and he made a whale of a tackle. You don't see Tobler Turner. That's the way to get Tobler. Trip him up with the shoelaces if you can.
Little crisscross handoff that time, a crossbuck, I believe. And that time the defensive end crashed in hard and was sitting right there in position to make the tackle in the lane that Tobler was trying to run in. So with no gain.
2nd down, 10, no gain. And you don't see that very often from Tobler Turner. Derek Davis gives it to Shaw into the second. Fumbles! There was a fumble at the end of that thing.
And there's a wrestle and tassel for it right now.
Daniel Shaw, as he was going down, buddy, the ball squirted loose and just popped right up in the air, and I believe he did recover his own fumble.
You know, Larry, that's something you don't see Daniel Shaw do very often. Matter of fact, you don't see Booneville do it very often. Is fumble the football, and he was over on his back just trying to get as much yardage as he could and took a pretty good impact, and the ball popped out of there.
3rd down at 4. The pickup is 6. Just inside the 15 with 8:20. The clock moving. No score in this football game tonight. Long snap count. There's the snap.
Shaw again on the carry.
Daniel Shaw into the secondary. Touchdown! That's just second effort. Daniel Shaw for 15 yards out.
That again was the reverse handoff to the fullback with a lead block out in front of him. I'll tell you, Daniel Shaw, once he gets his feet turning, he's hard to stop. You can't hit him high. He bounced off a couple of would-be tacklers by the Paris Eagles, and right into the end zone he goes for the first score of the night. Daniel Shaw.
This one comes at 8:06 of the first quarter, buddy, and automatic Wayne Pack is out there to kick the point after. Chris King, the holder. The kick is, that's a wobbly one, but it gets to, well, it was ugly, but it got through.
It got through there.
Bearcats 7, Paris Eagles nothing. We'll be back. That's kept off a 59-yard drive in 8 plays. They consumed 3 minutes and 49 seconds of clock time, and Daniel Shaw got it in there, buddy. 7-0, Booneville.
Larry, I believe Corey Carter is going to be the young man kicking this thing off, and he is. Pretty good kick.
It's fielded at the 14, back to the 25, 30, 35. A little snip of an opening there at the 35 and finally dragged down at the 39-yard line.
Looked like Chris King, number 21, is going to be one of the young men that's going to get him down. After the return comes up to, let's see where they're going to mark it. They're going to mark it at the 38-yard line, so pretty good field position for the Paris Eagles to start. And there is a Paris Eagle on the field down hurt now, Larry.
Paris Eagle down at the 42-yard line in Eagle territory.
Larry,
we have an official's timeout for
tell the folks at home about our introductory and the national anthem.
Oh, yeah. We had a second grader, folks, do the national anthem tonight prior to the game. James Otis Ray. And he's a special young man. Tell us how special, buddy.
Well, he's so special that he's Sean Bledsoe's cousin, I believe.
That's the pizza guy.
Yeah, that's right. And we all...
Sean brings us pizza from Mazzio's every Friday night we play at home.
But it was an awesome presentation.
Great job. The show chorus of the Booneville High School band provided the backup. They did 2 verses of the national anthem. I hate to say it, but I couldn't sing the second. I don't know it. We never sing it.
And you know, it's a fascinating second verse when you listen to it.
Hash mark to the near side. Eagles have the football for the first time on offense tonight. Number 1, going to hand the ball. There's a fumble, I believe, but I believe the Eagles get it just over the 40-yard line. Andrew Townsend is the quarterback. And did you get the ball carrier's number?
I believe it was number 34, Johnny Farnham.
Johnny Farnham, the ball carrier, the fullback, actually.
Yes, the fullback out of that I formation. Actually, they run a wing set.
Anthony Tillery on the tackle, the Bearcats. Anthony's had a steady year all year. In motion 19, there's the handoff. Ball carrier's Tyler Garrett. Tyler Garrett turns the end and gets up over the 45-yard line. Maybe he got to the 47. We'll have to wait to see. They're going to spot it just over the 45. There's where his knee touched. It's going to bring up a third down, buddy, and about 3 yards to go for the Eagles.
Look like Tony Davis, number 57, defensively from his tackle position, makes that stop for the defense of Booneville. Larry, if you take a look at the way that the Paris Eagles are lining up on offense, it's a wing T formation almost identical to Booneville's, with motion and a fullback almost identical to what Booneville runs.
There's the pitch. Number 46, the ball carrier, Michael Brown. He has the first down for the Eagles. So Paris Eagles on their first possession, buddy, move the chains. They have it in Bearcat territory at the 49-yard line. That's an impressive first series of downs.
Good first series of downs out of that wing T formation. That time the right wing back or halfback went into motion, and they ran a pitch sweep out of it, kind of a pitch sweep load to the left side. They got good blocking out in front, got a first down. Ball is at the 49-yard line of Booneville.
Wing T formation for the Eagles. Quarterback hands the number 19 again. That is Tyler Garrett, the senior wingback. I don't believe he got anything on the play.
And that's going to be Tony Davis, number 57, again on a great defensive stop. Larry, that was a strong misdirection play, kind of a scissors play out of motion action to the left and a hand back with a trap block to the right. And the whole defense was moving to one side, and the back went back the other direction, but Tony Davis stayed at home and stopped it for no gain.
Ball still just on the Booneville side of the 50-yard line. Second down, 10 for the Eagles. Quarterback wants to throw, rolling right, looking, firing, incomplete. And that ball was intended, I believe, for number 34, Johnny Farnham. Well, Johnny Farnham was open, buddy, but the quarterback just placed it a little outside his reach. Andrew Townsend rushed the throw a little bit, and I don't know why he wasn't pressured, really, in the backfield on the rollout right.
Well, there was a little fake back to the inside, and then he rolled out to the right-hand side. Again, very similar to the play that Booneville runs on the rollout pass. And the fullback, who comes up in the middle, kind of waggles out into the flat, and there was nobody covering. Much like we see Daniel Shaw as he gets loose, and Booneville's able to throw to him. 3rd and 10.
Quarterback wants to throw again. Firing, knocked down. Who was it? Who got a mid on it?
It's either going to be Curtis Christian or Brad Riles, number 40.
Right.
I believe it's Curtis Christian.
Curtis Christian, 20, Brad Riles, 40, and I did not see who hit the football. But
I believe it was Curtis Christian, number 20, got his hand up and got it batted down. Both him and Brad Riles, number 40, had strong pressure. They were coming in hard.
That'll bring up a 4th and 10 for the Eagles. They're going to have to drop back in deep punt formation and kick it out of there with 5:38 left in the quarter. Booneville in front, 7-0 over Paris.
And Tobler Turner, Larry, is back deep.
There's the kick. High. Good hang time. Lands at the 21. Tobler's going to let it roll down to the 15-yard line. And the Eagles will down it there, and the Bearcats will put it in play. 1st and 10 from their own 15. Not very good field position, buddy, but if that running game is chugling, it doesn't really matter.
It doesn't really matter. It does surprise me. We've seen Tobler Turner be very aggressive on fielding punts. However, the field conditions tonight are less than desirable. The field is really soft. It rained all last week. I mean, face it, today's the first day that we've really had that there wasn't any rain involved, and the field has suffered for it. It's just holding water like crazy. And so I believe that Tobler just decided to let the ball hit and just take it where it ended up at. 1st and 10, ball at the 15-yard line of the Bearcats, deep in their own territory.
Derek Davis brings his team up to the line. Shaw, the fullback. The wings are Christian and McDonald. No, Tarter had one of the wingback slots. And Shaw gets it, I believe, up the middle. Is there the ball loose, it looks like, and let's see who got it. Ball fumble at the 20-yard line, but I believe the Bearcats have recovered. Well, if Daniel coughed it up again, that's odd for him. 2 of them tonight, buddy, but he fortunately recovered his own fumble.
Daniel Shaw is going to end up at about a 6-yard gain. The ball is now across the 20-yard line. Let's call it the 21. Just an isolation play. Just again, right now it seems like with the field conditions, Booneville's Coach Rippey seems to be satisfied with doing a little power football.
Jeremy McDonald. Jeremy cannot get back to the 20. He's going to be tackled inside the 20, and that'll bring up a third down. And 3 yards, a long 3 for the Bearcats.
Larry, he's going to be tackled by number 46 for the Paris Eagles. And that would be, let's see, 46 is Michael Brown. And Michael Brown, what's happening, Larry, on that play, on that handback play that we're so used to seeing Booneville run and get wide open holes out of, is they're crashing into the lane. The route that they normally run into, they've got a defensive back running in there and getting that lane blocked.
Hash mark to the near side. Daniel Shaw's got it. He's got the first. He's got more. 30, and finally knocked off his feet at the 34-yard line, but not before a first down. Number 19, Tyler Garrett, put the sticker on him at the 34.
And that's going to be about a 12-yard gain that time by Daniel Shaw. You know, when that's one of the really neat things about the triple option attack that Booneville runs. And that is if a defense takes some things away from you, then you have all these options available to you to capitalize on. And right now, they're working on the corners. They're not letting our halfbacks get that crossback, that really big burner play out of there. But they're content with letting Shaw run the football for first downs. And Rippey would be glad to do that.
Quick snap. Tobler Turner tries the left side. Cuts back in. 40, 45, 50, 40, 30. He's got an angle. 20, 10. Bye-bye. Touchdown. Tobler Turner. Holy cow. From the 33-yard line, Tobler Turner takes it cross country. 67 yards at 3:33. The Bearcats are out in front 13-0. Boy, that young man has just impressed us all year, buddy.
All year long. He does a great job running the football. He also has great vision. He runs with his head on a swivel. He really sees the field well, and that's such an advantage for him. Just about the time I'm talking about how Paris has the outside lanes cut down, Tobler Turner finds a way to break it open and get it to the secondary and outrun the rest of the world for a touchdown.
Pack. The point, no good. So Wayne Pack is a little off to the left with this one. The score remains Booneville 13. Paris nothing. Will return. Fake the onside kick. And seriously, is there anybody in this stadium that really believes they're going to onside kick it?
There'll be a time, Larry. There'll be a time.
All right. There's the kick. High end over in short. Fielded at the 25.
Andrew Haney's the one kicking that time.
Back to the 33, 34-yard line, and that's it. Boy, these guys are picking their places to step on that turf, aren't they?
Yes, they are.
It's like tiptoeing through the tulips.
Well, I think during the course of the game, they're going to have a hard time finding places to step on that. There was a host of Bearcats, Larry, on that coverage play as far as the tackle's concerned. I did pick up number 51, and that's Josh Tanner, who was kind of on the bottom of that pile, so we'll give him some credit on that coverage tackle. Ball is at the 33-yard line of Paris, 1st and 10.
Hash mark to the far side. Quarterback Andrew Townsend sets his team. Paris also out of the wing tee. Going to give it to number 19. No, you're right, the fullback. That's number 34, is it?
Yes, it is.
Johnny Farnham on the carry. Farnham going to be stopped short of a gain. It looks like no gain on the play. We'll call it 2nd down and 10.
Looked like a host of Booneville Bearcat purple jerseys.
Brad Riles, I believe, was primary on it, buddy. 3:03 left in the quarter. 13-0. I almost said 14-0 because Wayne Pack is so automatic. He is human. He proved it on the left. 2nd down, 10. Garrett gets the pitch from the quarterback Townsend over the 35 up to the 36. Tyler Garrett, senior running back, wing back, and he's going to be nailed right there at the 36. Bring up a 3rd down. We'll call it, what's it look like to you, buddy, 7 or 8?
Looks like about, we'll call it 7 yards. Corey Carter, along with Tillery, number 8, Anthony Tillery, team up to get that stop for the Bearcats. Boy, that Booneville defense is just always a swarming defense. And Paris is having a really tough time right now making anything happen out of it. So now we're looking at 3rd and 7. Paris.
Townsend, the quarterback. Hands it off. No, he keeps it. Fake to the fullback. Kept it himself. Got to the 40. But it's going to bring up a 4th down, and looks like about 3 yards to go for the Eagles. And, buddy, they're going to have to kick it out of there again. Osceola coaches here tonight, buddy, scouting the Booneville Bearcats. You're not going to believe this. I told you. I still don't think you believe me. My old elementary school coach was Clinton Gore, who's the head coach of the Osceola Seminoles.
And you're responsible for all of his success.
Exactly. I taught him how to coach. He practiced on me. There's the kick.
Tobler Turner catches
At the
it.
29. Turner back to the 35. What a move. Oh, Tobler can even put those moves on when it's slick, can he? Head swivels, hip swivel, knee swivel. He's disjointed everywhere.
A double-jointed young man. However, he is stopped, I believe, by number 79 for the Paris Eagles, and that will be Dwayne Scantlin.
Bearcats have it at the 33. First down and 10. 1:25 left in the first quarter. 13-0. Booneville in front of the Paris Eagles. Trying to go 10-0 tonight, trying to wrap up another perfect season. That's nothing new around these parts.
No,
every one of them is just as sweet as the last one, isn't he? In motion, McDonald. Jeremy gets the call. Jeremy at the 45, 50, 40. Wrestled out of bounds inside the 40 at the 36. And on a dry field, I got to believe he's gone.
He turns on the jets and just leaves them in the dust is what he does if it's dry. Boy, that was a nice looking play, Larry. Kind of a little bit different wrinkle out of the handback. It almost looked like that Davis, the quarterback, was going to roll out on a pass, but he let the ball go with McDonald, the halfback, and around the corner he goes with a good pull block out in front of him, and before you know it, he's in the secondary. First and 10, ball is now at the 36-yard line of the Paris Eagles.
Bearcats going to run number 87, Chris Anderson, wide left. Davis gives it to Shaw, bursting through into the secondary, down to the 23, stopped by number 35 of the Eagles, Aaron Heiler, a senior.
Larry, I tell you, offensively, when you got this triple option attack that's gaining yardage on the corners and gaining yardage up the middle, what in the world do you do? Daniel Shaw, that was just the initial read on the option attack. That wasn't an ISO block. That was just the initial give the ball to the fullback and let him go. And, I mean, he still carries the ball for a first down.
Hash mark of the near side, first and 10, Bearcats. Derek's going to keep it, wants to throw, looking, firing, toe, in and out of the hands of Andrew Springer. I thought it was 6.
Larry, that was a great throw. Good rollout that time, good fake, good play action.
Beautiful pass
throw
play.
That time by Derek Davis.
Boy, he put it right in the hands of Andrew Springer in the far corner of the end zone, and that would be the south end of the end zone, buddy, right there. There is a flag.
Well, let's take a look with the officials. Illegal procedure.
Oh, against the Bearcats. Cost them 5. Bring it back. Well, hey, that makes it a little, makes it not quite as bad, right?
I guess so.
You get a touchdown, you got to call it back. So,
boy, it was a beautiful throw, though, in the corner of the end zone. Andrew Springer just took his eyes off him for just a moment.
Stacy the Haircut McCullough takes a lunch break, I notice. That's a submarine sandwich he's eating there from Subway in Booneville, who supplies the sandwiches every Friday night.
No danger of these sandwiches going bad tonight. It's like
you already worked half of that tray down.
Yeah,
Stacey.
but it's like sitting in a refrigerator here.
Well, I tell you, you can't pass a good Subway sandwich. And
I
open,
can.
Open till 11, right? Is
That's
that
right. Open till 11, right here in
Shaw
Booneville.
gets it. While these guys are talking turkey, Shaw gets it down to the 20. Is that turkey?
Well, as a matter of fact, it is, yes.
You know, it is so comforting to have an offensive attack that when you need critical crucial yardage, you just dial 35, Daniel Shaw.
Yeah, he's the ground game.
Hand him the ball.
Well, the Bearcats are gonna run number 25, Levi Luter, out to the left. In motion, McDonald. Davis keeps it, 10, 5, 4, touchdown! Derek Davis, there's a beautiful read on the option, buddy. Derek Davis takes it all the way in from the 20-yard line.
Great option attack, great read, and a great fake. How many greats can you put on that? Derek Davis just runs the option attack so smooth. Another one of those Booneville great quarterbacks that we just seem to have that just develops as they come through this program.
Bearcats' third touchdown of the night, and oddly enough, buddy, 3 different players have scored the touchdowns. That's the balance in this offense.
That's the way we like it.
I don't know what Clinton Gore, my old grade school coach, is thinking. He's probably thinking, oh my, what have I got myself into?
Go down and talk to him. Going for two, and that's going to be a two-point conversion.
McDonald runs it in for two. Well, that gets it back on a 7 increment. Your score with 32 seconds left in the opening quarter. Booneville 21, Paris nothing. We'll be back. Back at Bearcats Stadium on a crisp November night here, winding up the regular season. Bearcats out in front 21-0. And, Buddy, what are these Paris Eagles going to do to get back in this one?
You know, they can't get it all at once. Right now, they're just going to have to just kind of bow up and do something to stop the Booneville attack. They can only do one thing at a time.
There's the kick, high end over end, but short, fielded at the 22. Fumble, inside, that's picked up at the 18-yard line. Nowhere to go but down.
And driven to the ground by Anthony Tillery, number 8.
Number 19, Tyler Garrett, was looking as if, what am I going to do now? Surrounded by purple jerseys, and he was slammed to the ground at the 20-yard line.
Well, Larry, you were saying, what do they do? That's one of the things they don't need to do, is end up with literally no return on the kickoff. Paris now has the ball at the 21-yard line, deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10, trailing the Booneville Bearcats 21-0 with 25 seconds remaining in the first period.
1st and 10, Eagles. This may be the last play in the first quarter. There's a deep pitch, number 34, Farnham, the fullback. Well, Johnny gets it up to the 24-yard line. He's going to pick up 2 or 3 yards, but that's going to effectively do it, I believe, for the first quarter.
Looks like number 57, Tony Davis, was in on that defensive stop for the Bearcats. You know, that was a unique play that they just ran, Paris. It was a fullback pitch sweep. Fullback's the lone back in the backfield with 2 wing backs.
That's it, buddy.
Just pitch sweep it to the right to him.
First quarter has expired. Your score after 1, Booneville 21, Paris nothing. We'll be back with Q2. We're back at Bearcat Stadium in Booneville. The Bearcats have closed out the first quarter with a 21-0 lead, buddy. The ground game is really in gear tonight.
It's on fire. To the tune, Glenn Parrish says, that Booneville has gained 216 yards already tonight on the ground, first quarter to 23.
They're en route to an 800-yard rushing night.
216 yards in the first quarter alone.
Here come the Eagles. Andrew Townsend wants to throw it, lofts it out way out of the reach of number 19, Tyler Garrett.
Little fade route that time, but Garrett appeared to be looking for the ball in a different spot. Tobler Turner, 24, back on defensive coverage. However, like you said, well overthrown, and that results in no gain.
3rd down, we'll call it 7 for the Eagles.
216 offensive yards in the first quarter for the Bearcats.
Well, you know, the Osceola Seminoles coming in here next week, known for how explosive they are. They got a lot of talent on that football team. But
won several 4A state championships.
Back when 4A was 4A, right?
Right.
Townsend, nowhere to go, dances out.
Oh!
He's nailed over there.
That's going to be 54. That's Corey Carter. Linebacker extraordinaire. Corey Carter. I mean, he was kind of dancing his way looking for a seam, and Corey Carter gave him a seam. I mean, he just drilled him. Oh, I love to see a good defensive hit like that.
Well, line of scrimmage or motion was out to the 21-yard line. Forward progress, buddy. Going to kick it away. There's the kick. Pretty good kick.
Punter standing at his own 9-yard
Tobler
line.
Turner's got it at the 44. And Tobler headed for the sidelines. 50, cuts back upfield. 40, 30, 20. He's going to go all the way. Tobler Turner. Holy mackerel. From the 44-yard line of Paris, a 56-yard punt return for a touchdown.
For a touchdown. You know, Tobler, again, how are you going to brag on him anymore? I mean, he's done such a great job through the course of the year, and now he's having a banner night against Paris. Great job, and his head is up. Just looking, he sees the field so well, finds those blocks, and gives him time to develop, and goes right into the end zone for a touchdown.
Oh, it's hard to give that young man any instruction. We could say that he was stopped for no gain on his first carry tonight. That's about as critical as we can be.
Hey, we've got Andrew Haney out, number 90, Larry, to attempt the extra point.
Pac-Man is not in. Andrew Haney's going to try it. Snap is clean. Put down cleanly. The kick way off to the left. No good again. Bearcats hold at 27-0, and we'll be back. We're back at Bearcat Stadium. Bearcats have just stretched it out to 27-0 on Tobler Turner's for a 56-yard punt return, buddy. The extra point was wide to the left.
And Andrew Haney again is on to kick the football away. 11:04 remaining in this first half. Booneville leading the Paris Eagles 27-0.
And Haney gets it off. Going to be fielded short again at the 22-yard line. Right back up the middle of the field to the 41-yard line, and that's a pretty good return. Let's see if we can spot the young man's numbers at number 19, Tyler Garrett.
It was Tyler Garrett, number 19. You know, Garrett just found a soft spot up in the middle of that Booneville coverage team and just kept kind of inching his way and kept finding some seams, and Booneville never got him down until he made it to the 40-yard line. So now Paris has the ball first and 10 at their own 40. With that, you are listening to Booneville Bearcat Football simulcast on Cool 104.7 KRBK, Booneville, Fort Smith, and Community Link Channel 2.
Well, I tell you, nobody does it better, buddy, than you do.
Fullback.
Oh, Bearcats have it.
Corey Carter.
Carter, number 54, pounces on it at the 41-yard line. What a break for the Cats.
Great break for the Cats. They were just running a fullback option right up the middle, left the ball with the fullback, and the ball comes squirting out of there, and Corey Carter just jumps on it for the recovery. First and 10, ball at the 42-yard line of Paris.
Elkins out in front of Ozark, 13-0 tonight. What did I tell you? Is it time for me to say I told you so?
It's like you're a seer, Larry. You're a seer.
Pass deep. Jeremy McDonald, he's got it! What a throw! Jeremy McDonald adjusted the route in the middle of it, but he looked one way, turned the other, and made the reception at the 7.
Jeremy McDonald did a great job adjusting the football that time. It looked like the ball was supposed to be thrown to the outside. However, it was thrown to the inside, and Jeremy did a great job adjusting. That's going to be a great throw and catch, ball down to the 7-yard line.
That looked like a Willie Mays catch, didn't it? Over the shoulder.
And that's got the Osceola coaches throwing their books down.
That's right, because Booneville's not really a passing team.
No, they're not. They're showing all kinds of things tonight.
Bolliard wide right. Derek Davis at quarterback. Gives it to Christian. 5. Touchdown! Curtis Christian sneaks into the end zone from 6 yards out.
You know, Larry, this may be the best ball game that Booneville's going to put together during the course of the year. They have really started it out strong. With 10:23 remaining, Larry, in the first half, Booneville stretches this lead out to 33-0.
Well, buddy, Christian scores at 10:23, as you mentioned. And let's see who we got. They're going to go for 2 again?
They're probably going to go for 2, like you said, because trying to get that 7-point stretch in there. And sure enough, Booneville goes into their offensive formation.
Eric Davis, quarterback. See what they do. Give it to Daniel. Shaw's in. So Daniel Shaw explodes into the end zone for 2 points. Your score, Booneville 35, Paris nothing. We'll be back. So we're back, about to kick the ball off, and for the benefit of all of you, we'll get to hold that shot till after the kickoff. We'll tell them what's going to happen here. I want them to see that tomorrow, the video replay. Bearcats going to kick it off, folks. Trust me, that's what's going on. Haney kicks it. Line drive, picked up at the 35. Nailed at the 35. What a tackle.
Grab.
Now, what you're looking at on the monitor, the guy on the left in that picture that's the back of Clinton Gore's head, the head coach of Osceola, taking notes. Became so frustrated with that last pass play, they just threw down his pencil and pad. Did you see it?
That's true.
Coach Gore had some notoriety a few years ago, national notoriety, when Bill Clinton was elected president and chose Al Gore to run with him. Clinton Gore, the Clinton Gore ticket. Remember that? They did a national story. I read a national story on it.
You're right about that. Hand off up the middle of the fullback.
Andrew Townsend gives it to Farnham.
And that's going to be about a 2 or 3 yard gain, Larry. Very short gain. And boy, that field, look at it, it's really starting to get chewed up in there. Really starting to fall apart. About a 3-yard gain, Larry. They're going to be facing a 2nd down and 7. Ball spotted at the 38-yard line of the Paris Eagles.
Well, I got myself a case of the Cold Town Blues last Friday night.
Yes,
How'd you
did.
escape it?
I'd gotten it before.
Okay, well, you gave it to me then.
Yeah. I had already gone to the Charleston Clinic, and Timby West had just prescribed me some antibiotics. Thank God for Timby West. Yeah.
There's Farnham. Well, let's see. That's number 46, Michael Brown on the carry. Well, call her up and tell her to give me something.
Timby's the wife of Coach West on the football team, Jim West.
Well, I'm all doctored up here. I'm all doped up, I ought to say. I've got some Hall's cough drops. I've got some Coricidin in me.
You're dope.
I've got some Tylenol. I got some little zinc lozenges that taste terrible.
Paris Eagles is now facing a 3rd and 5. Ball at the 40-yard line of Paris.
Hash mark to the far side. Quarterback running for his life, wants to throw it. Gets it off, incomplete. Actually bounces. Intended for number 34, bounce, fell short.
Boy, Jacob
Bounce
King.
at his feet. Johnny Farnham, the intended receiver, no good.
Boy, Jacob King and Tony Davis was putting on the squeeze on the quarterback of the Paris Eagles that time and just forced him, Andrew Towson, to make the throw a lot quicker than what he wanted to. Again, Paris facing another 4th down, and again, Tobler Turner getting an opportunity to showcase.
They're going to kick it away on a 4th and 5. The Eagles have to boot it again. Down 35-0 with 8:55 left in the first half.
Tobler Turner standing at about the 28-yard line. Little knuckleball.
Well, they ought to kick it away from Turner. There, it's out of bounds. He can't return that one. 32-yard, actually the 34-yard lines where the Cats will put it in play 1st and 10.
You know, if I was going to be punting the ball to Tobler Turner, I think that's the option I'd choose right there. I think I'd just kick it out of bounds. Say there, run that one back. Run that one back. I think it was my cough button.
I need that cough button.
Caused a little panic back here for a second.
Stacy, the haircut McCullough. Panicking.
We stressed him. I stressed Stacy. I put the squeeze on the cough button while I'm talking, and I stressed Stacy.
Another white hair.
Talking about moving fast. I've never seen anybody move faster than Stacy did last Friday night trying to load the equipment up and dodge the raindrops. You believe that?
There wasn't no dodging that Ranger.
Larry, there's a timeout on the field. Booneville is taking a timeout.
We'll take a timeout for this message. Cats in control of this one, 35-0. They have it 1st and 10 from their own 34-yard line. Already beginning to run some of the second-teamers in, buddy. And Derek Davis still in at quarterback.
And that's going to be number 23, Jake Bolliard, in the right halfback position now on his first carry of the night.
Jake's first carry of the night. He gets it down about 5 or 6 yards to the 40.
We've also got number 55 in at the center position. That's Alex Mashburn, who, if you recall, Larry, in the Mena game, was the starting center. And he suffered an MCL injury to his knee. And now we're getting to see him back into the offensive lineup.
Blue-gray smoke from the cannon hanging ominously over the field tonight. Boy, it smells good.
Yes, it does.
Smell of gunpowder. It's the smell of victory. Jason the Barber Rodance loves the smell of gunpowder at night. On Friday night. Almost. Davis keeps it. Nice little move back inside. Started outside, cut back inside, gets to the 45, moves the chains. 1st and 10, Booneville.
Little option attack back to the fullback, who is now Tillery, by the way. Anthony Tillery is. Good fake, pulls it.
Buddy, the Bearcats don't have an easy road to hoe in these playoffs. They begin with Osceola next week, and if everything goes according to plan or brackets, they could get Ashdown here the 2nd week, and they could get Atkins the 3rd week. Then they'd have to go to Pulaski Academy the 4th week.
Yeah, it's, like you said, it's not an easy draw, starting out with a very tough Osceola team. Number 40, Brad Riles on the carry. Going to carry across the 50-yard line.
Pretty good run by Brad Riles. He's going to pick up about 4 on the play. Second and 6, 3rd and 6, we'll call it.
We've got several new
Second
faces
and
in on
6,
offense, Larry. Matter of fact, I believe number 55 that I was speaking about, Alex Mashburn, is now lined up at the right tackle position. We still have Brian Manus in it at the center position. Number 87 is in, and that is Chris Anderson. Trying to catch Brad Riles as the left halfback, Jake Boyard at the right halfback.
A lot of new clean purple jerseys in there now.
Tillery again.
To Anthony Tillery up the middle, and at fullback for Daniel Shaw. Anthony gets it down to the 47 in Paris territory. Trying to eat the clock up. 7:08 left in the first half. 35-0 Booneville. And this one, unless something happens, buddy, will be into the mercy rule to start the second half, unless Paris can get something going.
I would look for Chris King, number 21, to come in pretty quickly at that quarterback position. Right now, Davis is still in there.
Andrew Springer goes wide right for the Cats. And right yard, Derek Davis still in the ball game for the Bearcats. Chris King would be in the on-deck circle.
Tillery.
There's the handoff. The Tillery's going to be gone. Forget about it. All the way. Touchdown. Burst into the secondary, cut outside, and took it all the way, buddy.
Boy, Tillery is a fullback in his own right, Larry. We talk about how we are so deep this year. You take Daniel Shaw, who is your bread and butter power fullback. Anthony Tillery is not far behind that young man. Great run that time by Anthony Tillery.
And the coaches from Osceola are getting up to leave. They've seen, I guess they may be going back to Osceola. They've probably seen all they need to see.
Well, I think what they've probably also seen is the fact that Booneville has already started wholesale substitutions, and it's not going to do them any good. They might as well get an early trip back to the eastern part of the state of Arkansas. And there's the kick by Andrew Haney, and it is good.
Haney's perfect on that one. Bearcats stretch it out. 42-0 with 6:33 left in the half. Back at you after this.
Far left on the kickoff team, and Brad Riles has great speed, and he's a gunner. He's getting down the field quickly, and the ball that was kicked off by Andrew Haney was kind of a squib, kind of a twister, and when it hit the ground, it shot to the left and right into the path of Brad Riles, and he just scooped it up before a blue jersey even got to it.
Well, you cannot, if you're a coach, tell your team to go out there and not score.
No way. You got to tell them. I mean, they work too hard.
They do, and you know, to some it might appear that the score is being run up, but if you got your second, third teamers in, you can't go out there and tell them to set on it with 6 minutes left in the second quarter.
Chris King at quarterback now, Larry, and he's going to hand off to number 32, which is Thomas Bursey on the carry. Thomas Bursey.
Thomas Bursey, handoff from Chris King, the sophomore quarterback. Gets it inside the 40 in Paris territory, not quite to the 39-yard line. Second down, we'll call it no gain. 10 to go.
Boy, the football field, you can sure tell where they have spent most of the time tonight. It's between the 30-yard line and the 50-yard line in that west part of the field.
King hands off the tip. The ball loose. The ball is loose.
That was Anthony Tillery, the fullback, on the carry.
And recovered by...
Bearcats got it back.
Actually, no, the Paris Eagles
recovered it. Paris Eagles recover the fumble. Well, the 37-yard line, the Eagles will put it in play 1st and 10 from there. We have time tonight, either coming back from the half, or if we have time before we go in, I'm going to put some stuff on you, buddy, that Ajax can't get off of.
I don't know whether to look forward to that or run.
No, really, I was talking to Chad earlier in the week, and he told me some big news about AAA. You might have heard it. We're going to talk about it.
About some movement within the
realignment.
Yes,
yeah.
I've heard that too.
I've
heard rumblings about it.
Well, I heard it's going to go into effect year after next. They're going to effectively cut AAA in two from 64 teams to 32. They'll have a Northwest Conference, Southwest Conference, Northeast, and Southeast. And here's the odd thing. Booneville could either go north with Ozark or south with Nashville. There'll be 4 18 leagues.
I'll be.
So that's the way I understand it. And Chad was talking to the head coach at Dardanelle about it. Eagles.
And off number 19. Great stop.
Number 19, Tyler Garrett. Levi Luter wraps him up at the 40-yard line.
Well, I tell you, Levi Luter is so quick, and he's got a nose. He's got a nose like a hound dog for the football.
But the playoffs in that format would include 16 teams. Still the top 4 teams in each of those 4 conferences would go. But it would be a 16-team playoff. That's what I heard, and I heard it's on tap for year after next. It will not go in next year, but it'd be interesting to see where they put the Bearcats, if that happens.
That makes sense because this is the first year.
Talk about some road trips, though. Gigantic road trips involved.
Oh, yeah.
Stacy will love that.
Yeah, Stacy's going to love that, yeah.
Harris has a 3rd and 8.
Andrew Townsend rolling left. Going to have to keep the football. Finally driven out of bounds at about the 43.
Going to be driven out, I believe, by Tobler Turner, number 24, on that right cornerback position.
Now, let's see, Stacy, can you get us a stipend for eating on if we happen to be in that conference?
Well, if I get you a stipend...
Will you take care of it out of your own pocket?
If I get you a stipend for eating, it won't be at Mary Meister, is it?
It'll be at McDonald's.
Well, it may be at Joe's Choking Puke or something like that. It's
a stipend. I fished
with the kick. High, wobbly.
Tobler
not going to be returned. Boy, that ball just hit and stopped. And that's how mushy the field is at the 34-yard line.
It kind of reminds me of that 8-iron approach shot of yours over there at the country club over in Coxville.
Is that the shot where the squirrel grabbed my ball?
That's it.
Brought it back out in the fairway.
That is a true story.
Nobody's ever believed that.
Nobody's ever believed it. We got to tell it every year.
I hit it into the rough.
Story.
I hit it into the rough, and a little red squirrel brought it back out and set it in the fairway. that ought to be on
Ripley's
Wild Tales
or something like that, or Animal Tales.
No, it didn't. Bearcats come to the line, 1st and 10 for their own 34-yard line. A lot of new faces in for the Bear. Chris King drops the football. Did the Eagles get it? Let's see.
I think Chris recovered his own fumble, Larry.
Well, there's a Paris Eagle holding the ball. He might have wrestled it away from Chris, but I'm trying to look at the guy. The Paris did get it.
Paris did get it back.
I thought number 90 was a number 90 came up clutching that football for the Eagles. Yeah, Grant Freeman, number 90. Well, he's about 3 times Chris King's size.
Oh, Chris, the ball just came loose on him. I really thought that Chris had a good shot at getting it back, and it just didn't happen, I guess. Paris now has the ball at the 31-yard line of Booneville, 1st and 10. And let's see, we've got several out there defensively that are new also. Hand off to the fullback, right up the middle for the Paris Eagles, Larry.
They keep it close to the vest, drive it down to about the Bearcat 26.
On the carry. Stop fade for Booneville.
And I'm trying to catch the number. They're saying it's number 66. James Luttrell on the stop for the Bearcats after about a 5-yard gain. So it'll be a 2nd down and 5 for the Paris Eagles. Now a ball at the 25, call it the 26-yard line of the Bearcats after the turnover.
3:31 and counting on the clock. That's how long we've got till halftime.
Booneville leading 42-0.
Andrew Townsend wants to throw it, now running for his life. Way back at the 35, turns it up, makes a pretty good play out of that.
Finally driven out of bounds, Larry, by number 66.
And got it almost back to the line of scrimmage, buddy, which would be the 26. And he was being chased back at his own 42-yard line.
James Luttrell again, or Luttrell, is the young man who drove him out of bounds finally. And he did a great job, like you said. He was looking at about a 20-yard loss there at one point in time during that retreat. And is able to get the ball back to the original line of scrimmage. Still looking at a 3rd down and 5, though. Paris, ball at the 26-yard line of the Bearcats.
Now, can you imagine having to go to Nashville and Ashdown during the same year?
Oh, no.
Let's hope it goes the other way. Andrew Townsend, hands off, number 2 on the carry.
Marcus
Gets the
Brown.
left side. Brown at the 20.
Still
Brown
on
at the
his
10.
feet.
Brown near the goal line.
He has stepped out of bounds.
Oh, he's out of bounds back just inside the 10. Michael Brown.
That was a good run that time by Michael Brown. Still just finding him a place to trying to stay in bounds, finding him a place to run.
Now, with that many schools in the conference, how in the world would you have a schedule?
Well, there'll only be 8 in each conference, though. They're going to cut it from 64 teams down to 32. 4 8-team conference is the way I heard it, or the way it was related to me.
Okay.
Townsend at quarterback.
Pinch
Deep
sweep
pitch.
to the fullback again.
34. And that is Johnny Farnham on the carry. Tried the right side or check at the left side with 2:55 and counting. Left in the first half, 42-0. It's been all Booneville in the first half, trying to wrap up another 10-0 regular season campaign, buddy.
Andrew Haney on the stop, or actually he had an opportunity to make a stop in the backfield, Andrew Haney did, and just barely escaped his grasp. He just didn't get him wrapped up. Finally, like you said, tackled at about the 5-yard line.
The Eagles go with one wide out to the right.
Second and goal from the 5.
Oh, there's a great play. Number 2, Marcus Brown, is tripped up as he tries to cut back inside at about the 5-yard line.
I believe he was tackled by Daniel Smith, number 89 for the Bearcats. Another new face in there on our defensive attack. Now they're going to be facing a 3rd down, 6 to go. I say 3rd and goal from the 6 would be more precisely the way to put it. 2 minutes left in this first half. Booneville leading Paris 42-0.
Bearcats pitching the shutout in the first half. Lots of new faces in the lineup for the Bearcats. Quarterback keeper rolling right. Wants to run it. Touchdown. There goes Andrew Townsend. Scampers in from 6 yards out.
Touchdown, Paris. Good rotation, good rollout to the right side and had an angle on the end zone. Went right to the pylon and just scooted in for the touchdown. First touchdown by Paris. With 1:39 remaining in the first half. Now, Paris on the board with 6. Booneville 42, Paris 6.
Point after, they're going to attempt it here. Number 19 will hold, Tyler Garrett. Get the number on the kicker there, guys, if you can help me out just a little bit.
Going to call a timeout.
Timeout.
It's going to be 79.
79 is your kicker, and, buddy, that looks like Dwayne Scantlin's going to be booting the extra point.
So there's a timeout on the field. So we're going to stay here.
Stay here, Stacy. Going to keep it here.
Actually, he said he was going to go.
Going to go. We'll be. Okay. No, he can't make his mind up.
We're playing tag. Tag, you're in. No, you're in. No. That's right. We blew it. Well, Larry, it's a good thing. I mean, this type of football game offers some good things. It gives you an opportunity to play a lot of people. Get some, experience. And Scantlin is back on, Larry, to attempt the extra point. So they were just afraid the 25-second clock.
Scantlin gets it up strongly. It's through.
It is
good.
good.
Score. Booneville 42, Paris 7, 1:39. We'll be back now after this. 39 left in the opening half, 42-7. Booneville out in front, buddy, and it's just been a relentless ground game. Oh, yeah, that pass play, too, was a great catch by Jeremy McDonald. That's a Stacey, that's a highlight reeler.
You know, Derek Davis has thrown the ball well tonight. Every pass that he's thrown has been right on the numbers, right where it's supposed to be. And that's, hey, I mean, if you're going to develop a good passing attack, now's a good time to do it. I mean, going into the playoffs, how good is that to have a different aspect of your ball game open up? Two great throws. I mean, just absolutely perfect. 1:39 remaining in the first half. Booneville leading 42-7 over the Paris Eagles.
Eagles going to kick it off. Marcus Brown gets the boot away. Fielded at the 19. Back to the 25. The 30. Driven out of bounds around the 35, perhaps the 36-yard line. Chris King on the carry after receiving the kickoff.
And Larry, there's a flag on the play. It's about the 35-yard line. Larry, I see Tolbert Turner walking off, kind of holding his shoulder down on his right-hand side, like he's got a stinger or something going on. That's not a good sign.
I'm trying to find Tolbert. Where is he?
He's down in this crowd right here, right behind number 14. With the penalty is going to be against the Bearcats, a holding call, and it's going to move the ball all the way back to the 25-yard line. So now Booneville starts offensively from the 25-yard line.
Patrick Hampton, number 83, is into the ball game for the Bearcats.
With 1:33 left in the first half. Bearcats out in front, 42-7.
Looks like a handoff to Jake Bolyard, who gets around the corner, stiff arms.
Well, Bolyard made good use of that old stiff arm from years gone by.
Carries the ball across the 30-yard line out to about the 32-yard line. And Turner's still on the ground down there, still getting some attention. Coach Beckham has finally come over.
You can see on your TV screen there, Tobler Turner is surrounded. I believe they got Tobler sitting down. Now he's up.
He still looks like he's in some pain.
Yes, he can't stand all the way up. Tobler Turner, and obviously in pain there. Chris King hands the football off. Levi Luter out of the fullback slot. Crosses the 30. No gain because the line of scrimmage was a 31, and Levi didn't get it back to the line, I don't believe. Maybe a few inches on the play. 1 minute, 6 seconds left in the half. Bearcats 42, Paris Eagles 7. Trying to wrap up a 7-0 perfect conference mark and a 10-0 perfect season.
And they're well on their way to doing that. So, Jason, your shirts didn't jinx us.
We're gonna model. I've been asked to model the shirts at halftime. Into the secondary. Bearcats on the run. Jake Bolyard on the carry up to the 40-yard line.
Nice little crossbuck play. You know, Bolyard is quite a ball carrier in his own right. Strong lower body, good low center of gravity, runs the ball hard.
First and 10 Bearcats from their own 40. 40 seconds left. Now clock on the move. We'll start the second half with a mercy rule in effect, and it will continue. Look at here.
Looks like Tobler is going to walk down the sideline a little bit and go find Doc Bolyard.
For King gives it to number 32 for the Cats, and that would be Thomas Bursey. Out over the 40 to about the 41-yard line. Now I'll give him the 42. Second down and 8, 5 seconds, 4. That's going to be it. At the end of the first half, Booneville 42, Paris 7. We'll be back on the other side with some stats for you. I'm blowing smoke out here, man. How's this?
There you go.
Well, you can't see my pretty face.
That'll work. Hey, when are we supposed to do these shirts? Can we do them
well,
now?
where's mine at? Wait a minute.
Get your shirt. Yeah, here we go. Now, we thought that the Barber Rodaz, when he popped these things out at the very beginning of the ball game, we kind of looked like, whoa, we weren't 10-0. But you know what? 42-0 at halftime. I think that we're safe enough to kind of showcase these. And these are the courtesy of, let's talk, West Art Graphics, 12 East Main, Booneville, Arkansas, USA, 72927. 10-0, Booneville Bearcats, banner year, great year.
That's a great-looking shirt.
It sure is. It's got 2004 Booneville Bearcats on the front.
Got all the players on the back.
All the players on the back. Tonight and tomorrow on sale. Where can they be purchased? Okay. BK's, across from BK's at Andrews. By Andrews, out in front of the store. Or, okay. So they'll be there tomorrow, next day. Tonight and tomorrow. Speaking of tonight and tomorrow, Subway open till 11. And
Mazzio's Pizza open till 11.
Sean Bledsaw bringing the Mazzio's Pizza, and it's gone. But I got some of it. It was pretty good stuff.
Well, you got your share. Stacy had some, and part of it's on his hood here.
It is.
Get a close-up of this.
Is it on my
little
hood?
chunk of onion right here?
Where?
Can you get it?
That's
Get
not.
it going for a close-up on it.
That's not mine.
That is onion. That's clearly a chunk of onion.
Well, I can
Off
see
of
that.
Supreme Pizza.
I can see that's a chunk of onion, but even though I make a mess when I eat, I don't think I could throw it that far back.
Well, actually, he ate a pizza. He ate
I had a
pizza.
pizza
I've never
sandwich.
seen it eaten like they took two, turned them over, put the ingredients side up against
Pizza
each
sandwich.
other, and ate it.
Where is that?
The pizza sandwich. Larry, I think we can actually
Yes.
safely, you know, you're kind of a little bit apprehensive about talking about playoffs when you start your 10th game of the season looking to go 10-0. You don't want to put any curses or jinx out there. But I think we're safe enough to talk about playoffs right now.
Well, I should think that Booneville is in a good position.
Well, I'm talking
to
about
be the number one seed.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know what I mean. Osceola coming to town. Now they are 4th place in their 3 AAA conference.
But pick to win it.
But
in the
pick
preseason.
to win it. Pick to win it. They played some tough football games. They lost some ball games they probably should have won. I think the thing that stands out probably the most to me is the fact that they have this really strong tradition. Clinton Gore is their coach. They scrimmaged at the beginning of the year Jonesboro, which is a 5A school. Jonesboro is a 5A school. They won that scrimmage 21-0. Their non-conference schedule, their non-conference slate was 5A schools. Blytheville, Forest City, and West Memphis. And they lost to Blytheville, but they beat Forest City and West Memphis. West Memphis right now is tied for first place in their conference, which is their 5A conference. So this is a good football team. I think we're safe to say that we're getting probably the toughest 4th place team in the state.
It's a tough draw to go 10-0.
Yeah,
I'll tell you.
It is. And Osceola has to come to town, and I can't say that I can ever recall that. You know, that Osceola has ever come to the friendly confines of Booneville.
I don't believe Booneville and Osceola have ever played.
I don't think they have either.
First time meeting between the Seminoles and the Bearcats next Friday night, right here.
Right here.
On this field. That's where it'll take place.
And we have talked during the course of the year about, going head-to-head against just solid competition. Well, I'm going to tell you what, when Osceola comes to town, that's going to be some solid competition. Well, we're just a few seconds away, folks, from starting the second half of football. Booneville leading 42-7 over the Paris Eagles. And so the mercy rule, I believe the second half will start with the mercy rule intact.
Well, actually, it'll be enforced the entire second half, even if Paris should score, the way I understand it.
Okay.
Once you get down by 35 in the second half, the clock runs continually until the end of the ball game.
Until the end of the game. We're going to have to hope that we don't get any rain next week with the football field showing some signs. I can't remember in the past the football field quite getting tore up as bad as it has this year.
Bearcat Stadium is the grass has looked pretty rough the last couple of home games. We pointed that out the last time we were in town.
And you know what's really interesting about that field was in great shape the whole season.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It's always
up until the last home game, and it's just this late rain in the season's tore it all to pieces.
The Bearcats will be kicking off to start the second half. They'll be kicking off and defending the east goal. Paris, of course, will be receiving. Back deep to receive for Paris is number 19, and that is going to be Tyler Garrett.
And the Bearcats kick it off to the Paris Eagles, fielded at the 14, at the 20, the 25,
Oh!
30, and Bulldog down at the 32-yard line. Who made that stop?
Welcome to Corey Carter, number 54.
Well, Corey introduced himself.
I believe also in on that stop was Jake Bolyard, number 23, but Corey Carter was the one who actually introduced himself first.
Bearcats had over 200 yards rushing in the first quarter. We don't have any updated statistics.
Actually, I do.
Do you have them?
Yes, I do.
Lay it on me.
The Bearcats finished the first half with 342 total yards, 307 of which was from the rushing standpoint. I'll give you the depth of those stats here after these plays.
Tyler Garrett gets the handoff to the quarterback.
Ball
loose. Bearcats have it.
Recovered.
At the 28-yard line. That's heads-up play.
Was that 51 on the recovery? Number 15. I had it transposed. That's going to be that's Kyle Murray.
Kyle Murray on the recovery for the Bearcats. They'll have it in good shape at the 29-yard line in Eagle territory. 42-7, Booneville out in front. We just started the third quarter.
Larry, the Bearcats rushed 29 times for 307 yards, and they passed for 35 yards in the first half. Paris had 62 total yards, all of which were by the rush.
King hands it off to number 32 for the Bearcats, and that's Thomas Bursey,
and he
Jr.
slips down.
Oh, this Bearcat team is laden with bunches and bunches of underclassmen again, buddy. Lots of sophomores and juniors on this team. We'll be back next year, and that's not good news for the opposition.
For the opposition, good for our hometown, but bad news for the opposition. I noticed Tobler Turner is on the sideline. He appears to have his right arm kind of brought up into his chest area, maybe even held by a sling, it appears.
Tight formation for the Cats, operating from the 33-yard line in Eagle territory. Handoff up the middle, goes to the fullback. Down to the 30-yard line.
That's going to be Levi Luter on the carry.
Levi Luter to the 30, a pickup of about 2 on the play, but it lost some yardage prior. Third down and 11 for the Cats.
Third down and 11. Davis on a breakdown. Derek Davis carried the ball 4 times for 34 yards. Shaw carried the ball 8 times for 77 yards in that first half.
One wide out for the Cats to the left. Chris King at quarterback.
And that's going to be a
There's
legal procedure on the Bearcats. That'll cost them 5. Right-hand side of the offensive line. So bring it back. Spot the ball at the 30, about the, call it the 36-yard line of the Ferris Eagles.
Third and 17 it'll bring up. Third and 16, actually. And it will be spotted just outside the Eagle 35-yard line. New shirts, new jerseys coming into that game. For the Bearcats, you can tell it. They're bright purple and clear white numbers on them.
Number 88 is one of those jerseys coming in. That's Seth Alford, Jr.
Bolyard in motion. King keeps the football, going to be nailed from behind.
Going to be nailed by, looks like number 49 for the Ferris Eagles, and that's going to be K.W. Snell.
And it looked like 79 or 75 as well. Robert Palacios and Dwayne Scantlin, either of those two, on the tackle.
And Booneville is now facing, after that loss, looks like about a loss of about 5 on the play, 4th and 20. Ball spotted at the 37-yard line. 4th and 20 for the Bearcats, the 37-yard line of the Bearcats.
And the clock moves on. We're at the 8-minute mark. Under 8 minutes, as a matter of fact. Bearcats on a 4th down play. Chris King keeps it. Good move. 30. Cuts back into the 30-yard line.
Finally going to be stopped by number 35 for the Ferris Eagles. And that is Aaron Taylor.
Well, the Bearcats needed a country mile. They got about half of it.
And like you said, Larry, there is a flag on the play. The flag is thrown at about the 33-yard line. It's going to be a holding call against the Bearcats. It is going to be declined, and the ball will go over on downs to the Ferris Eagles.
Gosnell 18, Rivercrest 14.
Gosnell out in front of Rivercrest. You might have heard it on the PA.
I did hear
tonight,
that.
18-14. And Ozark is pulled back in front of Elkins, 14-13.
Ball is at the 30-yard line, first down, 10.
6:59 remaining in the third quarter. Booneville leading 42-7 against the Ferris Eagles.
Handoff Tyler Garrett. Tyler's at the 35, the 40, pretty good
quarter.
run up to the 42-yard line. First and 10, Paris.
Finally going to get tripped up over there by Chris King, number 21.
Stop made by Chris King.
Chris King making a good open field tackle over there on the outside. But it is enough for a Paris first down, Larry. The ball is going to be, chains are going to be run along the side and brought up to about the 40-yard line. So it'll be first and 10, Paris.
At the 41, Eagle territory. First down, 10 to go. 6:19 left in the third quarter. 42-7, Booneville in front.
Hand off to the fullback right up the middle. Got a little running room.
Well, actually bounced off a tackler. It might have been a bounce off his own man, buddy, that then sprinted outside and got a couple on the play.
Well, he got stood up after about a 2-yard gain, and number 82, Alan Lowther, came through and just laid a lick on him. Oh, Lowther got a chance to kind of get some steam up, put a little lead in his pencil, and hit him pretty good. About a 3-yard gain. Call it second down 7. Ball at the 43-yard line of the Paris Eagles.
Second down play. 8 yards to go for the first.
Kyle Murray on that stop. They'll be second down and 8.
Townsend wants to throw it, looking,
He's got a
firing, incomplete. He did have a man. You're right about that, buddy. Marcus Brown was open.
Marcus
The pass
Brown
was a little too long.
on a crossing pattern that time at about the 29-yard line of the Bearcats. Townsend had a bead drawed on him, but the ball was thrown just a little bit underthrown and falls incomplete.
Well, that's the first game this year we've been able to blow smoke at halftime.
That's not what Stacy says. He says we blow smoke all the time.
Mixing zinc lozenges with hot chocolate. That's quite a new taste sensation.
Third and 8, Paris. Little toss sweep to the wingback on the right side. He's going to be met at the line of scrimmage. Maybe, Larry, maybe a 2-yard gain.
Michael Brown on the carry for the Eagles, and he gets it up to the 46-yard line, it looks like, number 46 to the 46. And that will bring up a 4th down. They're still going to need about 4, buddy.
Now it's going to be decision time by the Paris Eagles, and I'm sure they're going to go for it. I mean, after all, the Bearcats are kind of running their second-string offense. Yes, they are. Paris 4th and 4, call it 5 maybe. They're going for it.
The handoff. Garrett did not get it. He's going to be stopped about 3 yards shy. Tyler Garrett is nailed down there
by Alan Lowther. Boy, he's come alive, Mr. Alan Lowther has.
And the Bearcats are going to take over at the Eagle 48-yard line with just 3:45 left in the third quarter.
Lowther made a great defensive play. He came to play ball tonight. And as you said, Booneville takes over on downs. Ball inside Paris Eagle territory at the 47, I call that 48-yard line.
And the clock continues to move, buddy. The third quarter is almost history, if you can believe it.
It's going by pretty quickly.
Scooting along.
Jake Boyard on the carry, number 23. He's kind of picking his way, trying to find a seam to run in, and finally going to be tackled.
Jake got it down to about the 47 before they stopped his progress. It'll be a pickup of about a yard. 2nd and 9, Bearcats.
3 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Booneville still leading 42-7 over the Paris Eagles.
Bearcats got a 15-yard touchdown run from Daniel Shaw with 8:06 left in the first quarter. Packed the point 7-0. And then this scoring has been evenly spread about, buddy. 67-yard run from Tobler Turner. 20-yard run from Derek Davis. 56-yard punt return from Tobler Turner. Just a well-balanced rushing attack for the Bearcats.
Typical Booneville offensive option attack.
Chris King at quarterback hands it off to the fullback. First man through inside the 45 down to the 43.
That's probably going to be Levi Luter, and it is Levi Luter on the carry.
Curtis
Good
Christian.
4-yard gain.
Curtis Christian got a touchdown, buddy, as well. Anthony Tillery got a touchdown. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 touchdowns from 6 different ball players.
That's spreading it about as evenly as you can get it, isn't it?
That's what you want to see.
Booneville's now facing a 3rd and 6. Ball at the 43-yard line of the Paris Eagles.
I believe Stacy has gone on record with his prediction for next week.
Levi Luter gets spun loose.
Levi Luter, they might have got a hold of his face mask. I don't know. Stacy, are you on record?
We'll take a look. There, like you said, there is a flag, Larry, and it was thrown just about the time Levi Luter got spun around.
I'm just saying the Bearcats like to see that spread around a little. I'm sure Osceola does not.
You're right, Larry. The all-seeing Larry Mitchell.
It was a wild guess. Well, they spun him around. I just took a wild guess. Yeah, they had to have him by the face mask.
Got a face mask. And you are listening to Booneville Bearcat Football simulcast on Cool 104.7 KRBK, Booneville, Fort Smith, and Booneville Community Link Channel 2.
See the video replay tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock. We'll model those shirts for you.
That's right.
Down the runway we go tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock. King hands the football off. They're keeping it close to the vest. Fullback getting a lot of work here in the third quarter.
I believe that was Luter on just a quick handoff to the fullback, just right up the middle. And And Larry, I'm not sure he got it. It's going to be close. They'll probably even call a timeout for a measurement on this.
Well, Osceola played last night, buddy. They defeated Truman, a shutout, I believe. What, 35, 36 to nothing?
I think it was 35 to nothing.
And the Osceola coaches came over, watched the first half of this one, and then left.
Right. Soon as Booneville started making some substitutions, I guess they figured they had what they were going to take home with them.
I think Clinton Gore got word that Jason the Barber Rodats had been doing a close shot of the back of his head up here. John Dale, you were trying to get on the pad in front of him what he was writing down. I know you.
Larry, that's the end of the third quarter, so we'll be back after these messages.
When you hear First Western Bank, you probably think they are a community bank that offers checking and savings accounts, as well as auto and home loans. Yes, we do that. But did you know we also offer a complete line of insurance and brokerage products? So, if you're in need of auto, home, life, or health insurance, or if you need stocks, bonds, mutual funds, or just financial planning, we can take care of your business. Come see your friends at First Western and let us change your definition of a bank. At First Western Bank, we're proud to support our community and Bearcat football.
Back at Bearcat Stadium, just about to start Q4, buddy. 42-7 Booneville. That third quarter got by quickly because of the mercy rule.
We're in the last quarter of the regular season of 2004 Bearcat football.
It does kind of speed the game up, doesn't it?
It sure does. And the second season, playoff time starts next Friday night.
That's the part of the season you and I and all the crew like, right? We like it all.
Levi Luter got a hole.
He's got to go.
He's going to go 36 yards.
Touchdown, Levi Luter.
Levi Luter.
11:52 left in the fourth quarter, and Luter takes it all the way. 48-7.
37-yard touchdown run by Levi Luter. I mean, there was a hole big enough for me to run through.
Well, I don't know if it was quite that big.
It was that big. Give the lineman credit. It was that big. Great run by Levi Luter. Boy, it's so quick. We have, that's one of the aspects that the Booneville Bearcat team always seems to have is that quickness and speed. And Levi's got it too.
Chris King will hold for Andrew Haney. Down, up, blocked. Number 32 got a mid on it, and that was Blake Jarrett. I think it was 32. I must take exception. It looked like 32 to me. What did it look like to you guys?
It was blocked.
Who was it, Jason? I go with 32. 45.
It was definitely blocked. I know that. We haven't been very successful on our PATs tonight.
You know, Larry, that Jason's watching this game on a 2.5-inch screen, and I'm watching it on a 3.5-inch screen.
Well, yours is almost twice again, a time again, or half a time again big as his.
I didn't see what number it was either.
So with 10:20 remaining in this football game, with the mercy rule in effect, Booneville now leads 48-7 over the Paris Eagles.
And the clock continues to roll. A lot of the crowd leaving now on the Booneville side. Ozark has scored again. They lead 21-13, I think. So,
sounds like a very similar game to what Booneville had with Elkins.
Elkins scored. Elkins has taken the lead 21-14 over Ozark.
I'll be.
Me and Jason the Barber, we predicted it before it ever started.
There's the kick, bounces
kick
off.
Is fumbled, picked up, back to the 25-yard line. Now the 30, great move there, and then corralled at the 32.
Finally going to be tackled by number 32 for the Bearcats. I tell you, that was a good return, kind of a shifty move that time. Stopped by Thomas Bursey. We've named him several times during the course of the night. But after return, Thomas Bursey gets the stop at about the 33-yard line. Paris will set up shop, 1st and 10. I keep looking on the sideline to see if I can see Tolbert Turner down there. See how he's doing. There he is on the right-hand side.
Eagles waste very little time snapping the football. Andrew Townsend firing out there, intended for Marcus Brown, way overthrown. That'll bring up a 2nd down and 10.
Larry, it does look like Tobler Turner has his right hand or his right arm in a sling down there. That concerns me. You know, Tobler's such a fine football player. We ill afford to lose him. 8 minutes, 21 remaining. Booneville leading 48-7.
Now the Eagles spread it out. 2 wides to the right, 1 to the left. Andrew Townsend wants to throw. Got his man and incomplete. Well, he had a man open again. Tyler Garrett, buddy, just wait. He's not, young man, not taking time to set up and throw. Plant his feet and throw the football.
He's been running for his life all night long, and even though he didn't have a lot of pressure that time, when you get used to running for your life and rushing your throws, I guess even when you've got time, you want to rush it because all you do is hear those footsteps. But like you said, he was open and he had time. He just overthrew him. Maybe
out of the shotgun. Townsend gonna run it. 35. Now it's gonna be nailed back at the 33.
And that's going to be number 62 for the Bearcats on a good stop. Kyle Robertson. It acted like it was his shoulder. I mean, he was holding his shoulder down. Okay. Well, they're talking to him. Somebody on the sideline is talking to him too. Maybe Jason will go down there and get the scoop on it. Tobler is one of the fine players of this Bearcat team.
Eagles out of the shotgun. Townsend wants to throw again. Way overthrown. I think he was trying to get it to number 80, buddy, Don Willis. But he needed a ladder.
On coverage is Chris Anderson. And there's a flag in the backfield, Larry.
Bearcats are going to take over, I believe, buddy, with a 1st down.
Let's see what the flag is. It's going to be against the Bearcats.
Oh, against the Cats. That'll leave Paris with a 1st down. Now it's still going to be 4th down, and let me sort this. What is it, 4th and 6? I'm all confused. That's nothing new. It is.
It was too many men on the field, illegal participation against the Bearcats. So it'll be 4th and 5 now for the Paris Eagles.
And off
to the fullback, and he doesn't get it.
Going to be stopped about 3 yards shy. Cats will take over at the Eagle 40.
And that's going to be Josh Tanner, number 51, on the big defensive stop for the Bearcats.
Johnny Farnham, the ball carrier from the fullback position. Stop 3 yards shy. 5 minutes, 30 seconds left. 48-7. Booneville just about to wrap up a 10-0 campaign, buddy.
You know, to go undefeated during the regular season is quite an accomplishment in any sport you play.
That's right.
I don't care whether you're playing Little League or if you're playing pro ball.
You could be playing Sisters of the Poor.
It doesn't matter.
If you go 10-0, hey.
If you can go undefeated, that's quite an accomplishment.
And the real tough part of the schedule starts next Friday night.
Oh, definitely. Oh, definitely.
Junior high was 10-0 as well.
Things are looking up in the quaint community of Booneville in regard to football. 7th graders lost 1 ball game.
Oh, that's close to perfection, isn't it?
We have a timeout charged to the Bearcats, so we will take a timeout for these messages.
A fishing guide on the bayou, a businessman downtown, a farmer down in Wiregrass country. As diverse as they are, they all have one thing in common: Regions Bank. For millions of people across the South, Regions offers the financial strength to do more. With over 1,400 locations, an unwavering commitment to customer service, and more products, more choices, more convenience than ever before. Regions Bank, official bank of the SEC.
Come experience regional banking with hometown service. Regions Bank, Highway 10 East in Booneville, 675-4212.
And Levi Luter takes it for a couple of yards on a first down carry. 4:35 left in the football game.
Larry, Levi Luter from his fullback position. You get the impression that Levi Luter likes to run the football.
He's crazy about it.
He's crazy about it. He loves to run the ball. And he's taking good advantage of the time that he's got running it right here. He's not going to slow down for anybody. He's driving like it's the very beginning of the ball game. Fine young man, Levi Luter. 2nd down and 7, Bearcats. Ball at the 37-yard line of the Paris Eagles.
Approaching the 4-minute mark. Chris King.
Oh!
There's a great tackle in the backfield. Let's get the young man's number if we can.
That's going to be 66.
That young man is Marcus Potts.
He came through, he came through on a gut. Crashed in through the line of scrimmage unblocked and just, made a great tackle.
Concentration on making the tackle.
Third down and 13.
Bearcats looking at a 13-yard third down play here. 3:35 left in this one. 10-0. What a great season, regular season. Now you start all over again next Friday night.
It's a perfect season
New
so
season,
far.
brand new.
Run it again.
Boy, number 66 almost torpedoed him again. Did you see Marcus Potts got a hand on his shoulder pad again?
They've got to be
knifed through the backfield, the line into the backfield.
Right now, being that we're running numerous new people on offense, I'm sure we're running the same snap count every time. And 66 has dialed that in. He knows the snap count, and he's timing the cadence, and he's coming across as soon as the ball's snapped.
Buddy, how much do you know about Osceola? Are they predominantly a throwing football team? Do they rush the ball?
No, they run the football. They're a running football team. And
they have a lot of size, too.
Traditionally, they have always been very talented and always had some good size and good speed. I mean, face it, the town of Osceola is about 8,000 people. It's so they've got a pretty good pool to pull talent from.
Levi Luter, 40, 35, 33-yard line. Levi Luter.
Nice run, about a 10-yard gain, maybe 9-yard gain by Levi Luter. Levi showcasing his talents right there. Nothing on the inside. He bumped it to the outside.
He needed to get about 3 more for the first down. Stopped a little shy. The Eagles will take over with 2 minutes, 10 seconds left. Trailing 48-7. And this the finale. You can write finis to this season, buddy, on the end of it.
Osceola
regular season.
Yeah, Osceola has just a really strong tradition. They're much like Booneville in regard to their tradition. They've won numerous state championships, contended for almost every year in the playoffs. They've kind of fallen on some hard times over the past few years. They moved down to AAA. Their numbers in school was a little bit down. However, they were picked to be the champions out of 3 AAA this year.
5-yard penalty against the Eagles will mark it back to the 29. Yeah, they weren't picked to win 3 AAA, buddy.
Right. They were picked to win it, but they were beaten by Harrisburg. Harrisburg beat them. Mariana Lee beat them. And that left Rivercrest and Harrisburg battling for that top spot.
Rivercrest going down tonight to Gosnell. The Pirates putting a licking on the Colts.
Yeah, we don't know how that game's going to finish
Andrew Townsend going to run it, tucks it in, 40, 45, 50, 40. He could go all the way. Cuts it back inside at the 20, the 15, touchdown.
Touchdown, Townsend.
So Andrew Townsend,
70 yards.
70 yards and a touchdown, and that young man has scored both of the Eagle touchdowns tonight, buddy.
Once he gets out into the open, he shows that he does have some speed, and he turned on the burners that time.
48-13. And Andrew Townsend, buddy, is a junior. He'll return next year.
We'll probably be calling his name next year some. Looks like Paris is going to set up for an extra point attempt, a PAT.
And Dwayne Scatlin is going to try it. He'll kick it from the 10-yard line. Would be a 20-yard kick. Extra points now are 20 yards. Well, that's kind of a miniature field goal. It's a high snap. Gets the kick up, and it's good. Your score, Booneville 48 and Paris 14. Will return after this message. I forgot about him keeping the clock. We're back at the... I apologize, Stacy. I forgot about the clock not stopping. The The fourth quarter just ran out while we were going to the commercial message because of the mercy rule, and the Bearcats have won it, buddy, 48-14, 10-0, perfect 7-0 in 4 AAA, and they're cocked and they're ready for next Friday night. The Osceola Seminoles, 7-3, are going to be coming in here, Bearcat Stadium, to take on the Bearcats.
It ought to be quite a football game. I tell you what, you better be buckling on your chin straps, including the fans from home. Buckle up, because it ought to be a great football game. Clinton Gore is a fantastic coach, and he's renowned. He's had some great success in Osceola, has taken them to several state championships, and has had numerous Division I ball players come out of that program over there.
Yeah, we would caution Booneville fans about getting used to being in the mercy rule. Probably not going to happen next Friday night, right?
Well, who knows? Who knows? Wouldn't it be lovely to have that happen? Win Friday night and put Osceola in the mercy rule. That would be a fantastic thing. But it ought to be a great ball game. You know, just going into the state playoffs, you're playing the elite of the state. You know that you're going to be facing competition night after night that's going to stretch you to your limits.
And the Bearcats being congratulated by many of the fans, and the Eagle players are coming through, walking through the line, show of sportsmanship, shaking hands. A good football game, 48-14. Booneville wins it tonight to go 10-0, and the third season starts next Friday night, folks. We'll be on the air around 7:15, 7:20. The kickoff is at 7:30. And the playoffs, boy, I love this time of year, buddy.
I love this time of year. Football's in the air.
I hope I can get over these sniffles by then. I'm gonna go home tonight. My wife Deb has cooked up a mess of soup. She's gonna rub my feet and feed me some soup.
You are a spoiled brat. You know that?
I gotta get over this. I had no pizza. I was gonna eat a piece, but he got the last two.
Well, there was that
Stacy
onion.
picked the last
That
two.
onion was on his back there. You could have got that.
He who hesitates starts. That's the way it works. That's just about is.
You know,
Go ahead.
These playoffs coming up, it'll be exciting. It'll be exciting. The air in the stands will be different. People from all around the community will be here. It's going to be an exciting time when Osceola, the people from Booneville, the people in this community know about Osceola. They know their tradition. They're very similar to Booneville. They're the type of team that people know about.
And make no mistake about it, the Bearcats, they did that, the AAA did Booneville no favors in this draw. Of course, it was set before the season began,
yeah.
but this is the toughest first-round game for a first-seed team in the first round of the playoffs next week. Osceola's not a pushover.
I wouldn't argue that by any means. If you was to look at all the champions of the conference champions playing a fourth-place team, which Osceola is, I think Osceola has to be by far probably the toughest team in that bunch.
Well, folks, we look forward to it. We've done about all the damage we can do for one night. We're going to be back, Lord willing, next Friday night. Be on the air at 7:20. Game time 7:30. Come out. It'll be a great.
It should be festive.
It will be festive.
Festive.
The ambiance. The ambience.
It ought to be awesome. I'm excited about it right now. How do we get to Friday?
You'd like to play the game right now?
Right now. Bring it. I mean, it's...
Once again, the final score, Booneville 48, Paris 14. Congratulations to the coaches and the kids going 10-0. Let's do it all over again next Friday night. Until then, I'm Larry Dean Mitchell.
Going to a state championship, let's say that. Buddy Swift
For Jason the Barber Rodan, Stacy the Haircut McCullough. We'll see you then, folks. Thanks for listening.